All right, in this video we are going to be talking about how to swap values in an array. I've got a one-dimensional array set up here, and I've got a program that prints it out. So you can see right now it's just 7, 2, 4, and 9. And what I want to do is write some code that will swap these two numbers. I'm going to do it for these specific numbers, but in the final project you're going to want to do it for general values. The first thing I'm going to do is create a variable called temp, which is an int value, and that should be the same type as whatever type your array is. And what I'm going to do is copy one of the values that I want to switch. So I want to switch this 2 and the 4 right here, okay? And so first what I'm going to do is copy this value of 2 into the variable temp, all right? So that's going to be numbers, and then I'm going to use the exact index here. I know that 2 is at index 1. However, in the final project, you're going to want to probably use the variable that represents the proper index in there. Okay. So now that I have this value here that was saved in this variable temp, now I can go ahead and copy the value of 4 over here. Okay. So I'm going to set numbers 1, and I'm going to copy that over. The value of numbers 2, I'm going to copy it over here into this. All right. So this 4 then would now be moved over to here, and then now what I'm going to do is take the value that I have stored in temp and copy it over into the spot where the 4 originally was. So that would be numbers 2 equals temp. Okay. And so now when I print it out, the 4 and the 2 should be reversed. All right, so that's an extremely simple example about how to do that. Again, this is something that you're going to want to do in the final project. You're going to want to do this with 2D arrays. That is really, really simple, right? All these, it's going to go pretty much exactly the same. All of your array references, though, are going to have both 2 indices, right? One for the rows and the columns. That's kind of how we've been talking about it. So each of those will have that. All right, and what will happen is when the user enters a number, and it's a valid move, you validated that move, then you want to make that swap, right? And so you're going to have the row and the column of the 0, or whatever you called it for the space, right? Some people use -1 or other values like that. That's perfectly fine. I've been using 0. Okay, so you're going to have the row and the column for that, and then the row and the column of the number that the user entered, right? And you're just going to make this switch like this. So you won't be using, actual literal numbers for your index things. You'll be using things like I and j, or whatever variables you are storing the row and column numbers in. Okay, but the process is very similar. All right, and that is it on this one.